The real value that the Global Fuel Economy Initiative has given us as an organization are allowing NGOs to put on the agenda of governments this issue of having fuel economy standards.
With fuel economy standards, there is so much going for them. There are tremendous oil savings, there are substantial climate benefits, there is relatively fast consumer payback.
Right now, all around the world, millions of people are buying their first new car. And for most of them, they're buying the cheapest car that they can afford to buy. It's their entry into the vehicle world. In order to close the gap between the clean, fuel-efficient vehicles of the developed world and the dirty or less efficient vehicles of the developing world, we're going to need to come up with policies and programs and incentives and ideas that will help bridge that gap and ultimately close it.
The Global Fuel Economy Initiative has huge sympathy for the challenge often the least well-developed countries are facing of the need to be able to put resources into things that really matter to people, the health service, their education service. If you improve fuel economy, you free up some resources for other uses, and then you can make the right decisions for your people and your country.
The Global Fuel Economy Initiative does have a toolkit which is helpful to governments to understand what types of data they need and how to apply it. And that data is one of the absolute critical elements that regulators need in order to write a good regulation.
With GFEI support, we are able to convince governments that this is the common sense thing to do if they want to address these three issues of fuel security, climate change mitigation, and air pollution. We are also given the opportunity by GFEI to bring all stakeholders together to share practices that have been done in other countries.
Part of the, I think, power of partnerships is that you mobilize different strengths, different comparative advantages. What we're trying to essentially do is show a pathway forward. We have the technologies on the shelves already today to achieve these kinds of targets. So we're not talking about something that has to be invented. We're simply talking about the policies that have to be put in place to make it attractive for the consumer, viable for the producer of vehicles, to market cars that people will actually buy. If we put the right incentives in place for people to drive more fuel-efficient cars, we need less fossil fuels, we need to import less fossil fuels, we have less damage. That is something we have to correct, and it is again a win-win.
Well, the most interesting first lesson from the Global Fuel Economy Initiative is the power of a partnership like that. Creating a global platform for policy debate around fuel economy takes some very strong and decisive steps in favour of cleaner vehicles, more fuel efficient vehicles, in a transport system which offers more choice, affordable choice, to all road users.